It's happening. So Coinbase, the notorious crypto exchange, wants your XRP so bad. Check it out. They want in on the action. They see what's coming and they want in on the action. They have launched something called cbXRP and also cbDOGE, but I'm more interested in the XRP. And I'll tell you what I think about it. Am I going to get involved in this and why in a minute? But let me just explain what it is quickly. So cbXRP is a wrapped XRP. So it's the same thing as any wrapped token on the Ethereum blockchain. But because they've got their own L2 on the Ethereum blockchain called Base, the cbXRP is a wrapped token on Base. Okay. Now, in theory, it should be cross-compatible with other L2s on Ethereum, but it isn't because there's got to be some sort of transfer process and bridging process that allows you to bridge to other wrapped XRP when they do happen. But for now, they've got cbXRP. Now, the question you ask yourself is, why won't you just buy XRP rather than cbXRP? The difference between cbXRP and XRP on Coinbase, because of course XRP is available on Coinbase to just buy, is that cbXRP allows you to participate in DeFi. So all of the DeFi offerings on Coinbase's Ethereum L2 called Base, all of those sort of staking and yields and farming and all that sort of stuff is currently not available for XRP because XRP doesn't have smart contracts natively on the XRP ledger. And because cbXRP is really an Ethereum token, it's a synthetic token that is created and backed by XRP in the back end. So basically what Coinbase is doing is they've seeded this cbXRP with a pot of XRP and they've minted a bunch of tokens, cbXRP, to be used on their base platform while the real XRP is sitting in the back. Now, when you buy cbXRP, that XRP that is back in cbXRP doesn't belong to you. That belongs to Coinbase. What belongs to you is the cbXRP, okay, which is going to go into what I think about this in a minute. Now, so effectively, it's like any other wrapped synthetic token. Now, the reason why they're doing this, of course, is that they see the amount of money that exchanges and projects are about to make when there's a rush of people trying to earn passive income from the XRP. People trying to earn yields and all that other stuff because they've seen how you guys can hold for 8 years, which means you're willing to stake for years to come. There are people in the XRP army that are just looking to stake their tokens forever. And, you know, that is going to make the brokers, the exchanges, the people providing the DeFi protocols a lot of money. And Coinbase can see this and they want in, and they know that the price of XRP is about to go ballistic and there's going to be a massive, massive rush. They want in, right? Anyway, that's that aside. So this Coinbase XRP, cbXRP, is going to be providing DeFi offerings on Base. So much like you can do with ETH and some of those other tokens now, you'll be able to do that on Base. And I think, you know, Uphold is getting involved in this. They're teaming up with Flare. Obviously, Flare is providing FXRP, something like that, right? Again, same thing. You'll be able to do DeFi on Flare. The way Flare is doing it is a little bit different from how Coinbase is doing it. Coinbase is doing the whole thing in-house. Nothing on the XRP ledger per se, I don't think, apart from the fact that they have to buy a lot of XRP to actually seed this stuff. So in a way, the positive for the XRP ledger and XRP holders is that Coinbase itself will be buying, has to like stock up a lot of XRP in order to have this project actually work. So that's another injection of money coming to XRP. Again, another catalyst to drive the price up. A lot of people won't probably even talk about that aspect. So in the background, not only are these all these companies that are buying XRP for their strategic reserve, we're going to get companies like Coinbase. I'm willing to bet Binance is going to announce something very, very soon, buying XRP in the back to back their cbXRP or Binance XRP or WXRP. Just let that sink in. Exchanges and brokers will have to buy XRP to back their protocols. Okay. So this is effectively equivalent to people buying new XRP, except now the exchanges are doing it. Now, I'm going to tell you why I'm not going to touch this with somebody else's money. It's because it's Coinbase. I have so many bad experiences, unfortunately, with Coinbase when it comes to wrapped tokens. A colossal one was, obviously the wrapped Luna, which I had some wrapped Luna on Coinbase, which they just decided not to participate in moving wrapped Luna to, when the Luna Classic thing happened and Terra Labs dropped equivalent amount in the new Luna token. Coinbase just decided not to do it. Coinbase received the tokens, but they just never passed it on to their customers. So whether or not they just spent the money by themselves and stole it, who knows? As alleged, I don't want to get sued, right? But something happened. Their customers never got anything. Similar thing happened with Gala when people had to go from Gala version 1 to version 2. The process on Coinbase was a little bit more difficult than the others because of all the wrapping and all the nonsense. A lot of people lost lots of money. So I'm not saying that something is going to happen with XRP, but if something were to happen and Coinbase decided, you know what, this project has failed, do this or do that. If you're not paying attention, some people have been on holiday, some people don't check their portfolio regularly like we do, the enthusiasts that are expecting something to happen. Let's say you set it and forget it, go away, and then suddenly you come back and cbXRP has become cb2XRP and you weren't around when this happened and they didn't airdrop. I mean, I'm not saying that this is what's going to happen. And to be honest with you, it's a good thing because, again, it brings liquidity to the XRP ecosystem and it drums up some frenzy. It's going to do the whole Coinbase FOMO. A lot of people are going to buy because of this. More XRP holders, cbXRP holders are going to emerge. But because it's Coinbase that is doing this, it just doesn't, I don't know, man. It just rubs me the wrong way. Okay? So while I'm happy to give Flare a chance, because obviously I have no history with them, I have no bad sort of anything in my head concerning Flare. And I'm almost certain that this Coinbase project, the cbXRP and cbDOGE, it's going to be a raging success because a lot of people trade on Coinbase and a lot of people have been holding their tokens for so long that any platform that's going to give them the ability to stake and earn yields is highly welcome, right? And obviously, you don't have to put all your eggs in one basket. No financial advice, your own research. Obviously, you can distribute your tokens across the different platforms for a little bit more reliance and security. So, a little bit in Flare, a little bit in Coinbase, a bit of Uphold, a bit in Binance when they also decide to come up with something like that. And the exciting part of it, where, what I see as an extremely massive bullish signal, is the fact that now that Coinbase has done it, Binance is going to do it, Kraken is going to do it. There's even rumors that Robinhood is going to do something like this. Okay, that's unsubstantiated. It's just a rumor that I saw somewhere. But only time will tell before this thing materializes. In the coming video, I'm going to talk about the date that all of these companies are waiting for before they unleash all of these projects that they've been planning. Because that Coinbase has been planning this for a while. They didn't just whoop this up yesterday. They've only just launched it. But, projects like this take months, if not even years, to formulate, to code, and to produce, right? Obviously, Coinbase has a team of developers that work on the base platform. And this process, of course, is something that they've done before with other tokens. And it's not just XRP, it's also with Doge. But the planning, the compliance, all of that stuff takes ages. So, other companies are already also on their way to doing something similar. And they're just waiting for a date. And when that date arrives, guys, all of these guys are going to announce all at the same time. And I'm just expecting a massive green candle on that day or around that day or as a result of that day. I'm going to be talking about that day in my next video. So not financial advice. I'll see you then.